Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and all the guests present here. A warm welcome to meeting number 49 of Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. I am Maanvi Kumar, your Sergeant at Arms coordinating today. I'm sure you all are as excited as I am to share the insights and experiences of our Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. Before I officially begin, I would like to highlight few key points.
I think we lost Maanvi, Toastmaster Maanvi. I'm not able to hear her.
Yes, let's wait for a few seconds for her to join back. Since we are not able to hear Manvi anymore in the meeting, I would rather like to take over as SA and continue with the SA role. All right, she's here.
Am I audible?
Yes, Manvi, you are audible. You can continue.
Thank you so much. As I officially start the meeting, I would like to recite the Toastmasters mission statement. We provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before I officially begin, I would like to highlight few key points. Your video should be on and audio should be off. Your audio should only be on when you are called to speak or need to speak. Regarding the topics of sex, religion, and politics, even though Toastmasters International does not put any restriction on speaking on these topics, we at Gabby's Online Toastmasters Club request all the speakers, role takers, and guests to be mindful and responsible and abstain from expressing any controversial views on these sensitive topics. I also urge you to be cognizant of the fact that we as a club practice diversity and inclusion, both in letter and in spirit, hence ensuring there are no sexist, racist, or any such undertone that creates hostility and discomfort among the members or the guests. With this, I would like to call upon stage the presiding officer for today's meeting. Our presiding officer is Distinguished Toastmaster Sourav, the president of Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. DDM Sourav has played several leadership roles within and beyond Toastmasters. Within Toastmasters, he has been the president, distinguished division director, and distinguished area director. Beyond Toastmasters, he has had several senior leadership positions at director level and above with MNCs and startups. Currently, Saurabh is invested in building his own edutech startup practice. Can we give a huge round of applause for our presiding officer, Distinguished Toastmaster Saurabh? The stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, and a warm welcome to everyone to the Gabby's Online Toastmasters Club meeting today. So, today is a very important day because there are a couple of announcements that I again want to make. The first one is that it is official now that the Gabby's website, the www.thegabbystmc.com, is the best website of District 92. So we have won the best website of the district award from District 92 Toastmasters International. Let us have a big round of applause for the people who have built this website, maintained this website. And just now, Nancy has put the website link on chat. If you have not visited the website, please do visit the website. As I said, this is now considered to be the best website of the district. So at least you should be curious to know why is it the best website. That's good enough for you to drop in and just check what exactly is happening there. So particularly, I would want to thank the two people who started this website first. Our then VP Education of the Gabbys Online, Toastmaster Karthik Venugopal, and our president of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. They together started the website. And after that, we had a lot of people who joined in and helped us keep the website up and running. Our Sergeant at Arms today, Toastmaster Maanvi Kumar, Toastmaster Sudharma Perera, and anyone else that I'm missing out, Nancy would know better than me. But I want to thank everyone who has been doing it. But most importantly, I want to thank all the members of the club, because one very important reason why we got this award is the tab that we have about performance dashboards, where we capture every single speech that is delivered by the club members. Where did they deliver the speech? How many people we have in the club meetings in attendance? All of this performance dashboard information is possible only because all of you members are filling up that information on time. I know it's an extra step in terms of award filing, which we don't have in other clubs, many other clubs, but we do have it at the Gabbys for a reason, and it's working well, as you can clearly see. So thank you for being supportive for some of these extra processes that we have at the Gabbys, because at the end of the day, this is what becomes a differentiation. So thank you again. Thank you, each one of you, for supporting us in maintaining this website. And it's really a very proud moment. And the Best Website Award is, as usual, as you know, the Gabbys is a club which gets a lot of awards from the district every year. And this year is no exception. It's actually triple thanks that we have got 3 clubs now. A lot more awards are going. We have also won a lot more awards this year. And there's a bunch of it. So I'll not go into the details of it, but I'll tell you where we are going to go into the details of it. And that's on 22nd of June. The 22nd of June 2024, Saturday, we are going to have the Gabbys Day. And that is the day the Gabbys will not do what they do best, which is speaking. That day, as you can see behind me, that we will be dancing, we will be singing, we will be doing fashion shows, and we will also be doing some roasting. So, and apart from that, we will also be celebrating, and we will be eating, and we will be probably drinking a little bit of beer also. Obviously, the later two comes at your own expense. That will not be sponsored by the club, but the rest of it, including cakes, will be sponsored by the club. We have a very fantastic venue at 91 Springboard, Indiranagar. So people who are in Bangalore, please do join us in person. And people who are not in Bangalore, we are missing out on nothing, because you know by now, if you're attending our meetings, that we firmly believe that the mode of communication is not important. So as usual, like in every meeting of the Gabbys, it will be also an online meeting as well. So it's a hybrid meeting. And we have got fantastic facilities in terms of audio visuals and all. I would say it's almost world-class facility in terms of AV that we have there. So you should definitely log in and see, if not anything, how does a club so consistently conduct quality hybrid meetings? I don't know, and at the risk of bragging, I would say I don't know any other club apart from the Gabbys which has consistently done seamless hybrid meetings. Every single club I've seen in at least one meeting or the other struggle with the hybrid setup. But I think now this is the 6th month that we are doing hybrid meetings every Saturday almost. And we have not had a single issue of this not happening, that not happening. So that could probably be one of the things that you could join the meeting for. So with this, I would want to welcome all the guests who have attended and are joining our meeting today. And any of our guests who would want to quickly introduce yourself in 30 seconds and tell us a little bit about yourself. I see a few guests. I see Sudarshan. I see Satish Acharya, Deepika Bharadwaj. Any of you would want to come on camera? Hi, Sudarshan.
I'm from Tamil Nadu, and now I'm living in the Bangalore, and I'm working as a CA trainee, and Mitai Amsha has been invited me for this meeting, and this is the first time I'm joining this Toastmaster club, and as a guest, I had been invited today, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much. And I think one of the reasons Meeta has invited you to this meeting is because you're a CA trainee. And sitting right here in this meeting are two chartered accountants from India and one chartered accountant from Sri Lanka. So Toastmaster Sudharma Perera is a chartered accountant from Sri Lanka. Toastmaster Sanjay Jain and Toastmaster Gauri Agarwal, they are chartered accountants from India. So we have, and they are just a few of the chartered accountants, by the way. We have more chartered accountants in the Gabbys. So I think that's why probably also she wanted you to attend this meeting so that you connect more with people of your fraternity. Lovely. Thank you so much. Anyone else would want to introduce yourself? Satish, would you want to go ahead?
Good evening, everybody. I'm Toastmaster Satish Acharya. I'm joining in from Pune, from Genesis Toastmasters. And I believe I'm joining for the second time. Honored and privileged to be with you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Satish, for joining us. Anyone else wants to join, wants to introduce yourself? Bhagya Lakshmi, you're the only one on camera amongst the guests on the right to stop the start of the meeting.
Hi, I'm Bhagya Lakshmi. I'm from Bangalore, and I'm part of the CBA Toastmasters Club. And I think I'm joining in for the third time.
Lovely. Thank you so much. We love it when our guests keep coming back, including visiting Toastmaster. Thank you, Bhagya Lakshmi, for joining us. Deepika, very quickly, 30 seconds. Okay. Supriya?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
This is Supriya from Shall We Talk Club. I just saw this message in ORR group, so I thought I'll just join.
Shall we talk, right?
Shall We Talk? Yes, it's an eco world. It's a corporate club.
Oh, you know, so Sweta is a member of your club, right?
Ha, Shweta is.
Was a contestant in the international speech contest, right?
Shreya.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah.
I have seen you also. I am sorry. I remember it.
You're sorry for seeing me? Okay. Okay, no.
I'm not wrong, right? I'm sorry
No,
was your title, no?
you're not. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Thank you so much.
I appreciate my memory. Thanks.
Thank you, Supriya. Thank you for being there. And so that with that, I get this meeting started. The meeting now comes to order. And with this, I will hand over the baton to our Toastmaster of the day. Someone who's a driving force behind the 3 Gabbys clubs. She's the VP officially of 1 Gabbys club, has the load of 2 more Gabbys club on her shoulders, and she does it so seamlessly that sometimes I have to remind her that enough is enough. She actually needs no introduction within the Gabbys, but for people who are not from the Gabbys, she's a fellow chartered accountant from Sri Lanka, the VP Education of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. She is a bundle of energy, always running around, always active, whether it's 6 a.m. in the morning or 1 a.m. in the night. She's always there responding to messages. And she is the reason that our meetings happen so seamlessly. Please welcome with a big round of applause our Toastmaster of the day for today, Toastmaster Sudharma.
Thank you, DM Sourav, for that heart-touching introduction. Okay. Good evening, Toastmasters, visiting Toastmasters, and guests. Can I know, are there anyone who don't know about Ikigai? Can you please raise your hand? Don't be shy. Anyone of you know about Ikigai, right? No one? All. Thank you for responding that. That will make my job easy. But for me, that Ikigai, I have heard several times. In Gabbys meeting also, when I heard about Toastmaster Lakshmi Sujata's introduction, she found her Ikigai in her Akshay Patra Foundation. I thought it is like a motivation factor. Then it is like motivation factor and I didn't follow it, but I thought it is a good thing. Then again, I have watched several videos also, but it didn't hit me. One day, Toastmasters Appa from Innovative Minds Toastmasters Club, she had a flyer. That is the education session of DTM Farhas Farooq. Then I just joined, like I joined Gabbys meeting. In first time, I joined that one. Then I found that, yeah, Ikigai is something we have to follow and get a motivation. Hope you can see my screen. Quickly give me thumbs up. Toastmaster Arjun, can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see.
Thank you. Then I found that it is something I should work on. Those who doesn't know about Ikigai, I am sure 100% you all know that is the purpose of being Ikigai. When I was hearing that education session, DTM Farah said, it is something what you love. There are more explanations. It is something you love. And what you are good at. And what you can wait for. And what the world needs. Can I get raise
Think we lost the Toastmaster of the day. Unfortunately, we will not be able to listen to the rest of the Ikigai portion right now, but I'm sure she'll come back with a better network. Till she does that, I'll be kind of being her backup. I will be sharing a few things about the meeting, and basically I'll take the meeting forward. So a typical Toastmaster meeting is divided into three sections. The first section is the prepared speech section. And the prepared speech section is where speakers come and they prepare themselves based on the pathways, the Toastmaster pathways. And there are various paths within the Toastmaster pathways like presentation mastery, effective coaching, and so on. And people prepare themselves based on certain projects that are there. This is more for the benefits of the guests that I'm saying. The second section is the table topic section, where people come and give impromptu speeches. This is unlike the prepared speech section where you know what you're going to talk about. Here, there is a table topic master who will give you a topic. Impromptu, you'll have to speak on that impromptu. Here, you'll have to speak only for 1 to 2 minutes. That's it. And the third section is the evaluation section. I see our TMOD is back. So I'll leave it to her to explain what is the evaluation section and do the transition over to the G. Back to you, Sudharma. I was just filling in till you were back. Sudharma, you're there? Sudharma? Can you hear me? We can't hear you.
Thank you, DTM. Hope you can hear me now. Okay. I was thinking, am I good at my love, what I am doing, and I am paid? And I raised the question to DTM Farhas. DTM Farhas, I am a chartered accountant like you, and I am enjoying job. I am good at it, and I am enjoying my
I don't think so. Sudharma's network is supporting her at all. So we'll probably have to skip this part. And I would request our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ravi, to come in and take over from here. You will have to give me a little bit of time, Ravi, for introducing you because I wasn't prepared with your introduction.
No problem.
I think Sudharma to do that. Give me a quick 10 seconds for me to just pull up the introduction. The good thing is we have a
She's back.
that is the point.
yeah, she's back, but I don't think we can still hear her clearly. And I don't think she knows that we can't hear her clearly. I probably okay. Can someone please put Sudharma on mute? Because I don't think she's understanding that we are not able to hear her. Okay, so let me quickly introduce the general evaluator for today's meeting. The general evaluator for today's meeting is Toastmaster Ravi Uduwela. Toastmaster Ravi works as the Group Chief Strategy Officer at Lofts Holdings Limited. He is the past president of Hill Capital Toastmasters Club, Nestle Toastmasters Club, and Pinnacle Advanced Toastmaster Club. He loves to travel and explore, and he is the general evaluator for today's meeting, someone who will be evaluating the entire meeting, and I leave it to him to explain his role in more detail. Over to you, Toastmaster Ravi. And I'm really sorry for the technical glitch that happened to me. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Sourav. So as the general evaluator, I'll be leading the evaluation segment of tonight's meeting. So I'll be basically keeping a tab of everything that happens during the meeting from the very beginning to the very end. I'll be making my comments on how the meeting was planned, organized, conducted, how the speakers and the evaluated performed their roles, whether the protocols were followed. And to do all of that, I also have a team that would support me during the entirety of today's meeting, which the team is generally called the tag team. But in this meeting, we have a listener as well, which is, I think, very refreshing to have a listener in a Toastmasters club. So I'll introduce all my role players, starting off with the timer. Today's timer is Toastmaster Arjun, who is originally from Jakaran. He was born and brought up in Kolkata, and he did his schooling and computer engineering in West Bengal, worked for 3.5 years in an Indian IT company, and took a break for higher education. It's been 8 years since he has been working in an American IT company as a business operations manager. He loves listening to different genres of music and playing all kinds of sports like cricket, football, and badminton. Toastmaster Arjun, the screen is yours to introduce your role.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As timer, I will time the table topics, speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using green, yellow, and red cards. Okay, let me show how does it look. So for table topic speakers, they should limit their remarks no more than 2 minutes. So at 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute 30 seconds, yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. So today we have pathbreaker speech. So it should limit 10 to 12 minutes. At 10 minutes, I will show the green card. At 11 minutes, I will show the yellow card. At 12 minutes, I will show the red card. Most other speeches, it should be between 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will show green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. For individual evaluations, it should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Arjun, for introducing the timer's role. Next up, we have Toastmaster Smruti Mohanty, who will be playing the role of the counter. Smruti was a sales manager and a certified soft skills trainer by interest. After almost a decade, she is now a full-time management student by virtue of time. She joined Toastmasters to sharpen her vision of public speaking. Toastmaster Smruti, can you please introduce the accounter's role?
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. I am Smruti, playing the role of an R counter in this meeting. My purpose today is to listen and make a note carefully of unnecessary words, sounds used by all the speakers and role takers today. The report which I will be making will consist of 5 major areas. Please be mindful about the same. First is the filler words like and. The second are the inappropriate interjections which we use like and, well, but, so, you know. Third will be the crutch words, basically, actually, this thing, etc. Fourth being the repetitive words, I, this means. Last but not the least, the unintentional long or the short pauses. I will cumulatively arrange everything in a sheet for your better visibility and present the same once called upon by the General Evaluator. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Smruti. We'll next go to the Grammarian of the day, who's Toastmaster Bimpy Kumari. Bimpy is a senior quality analyst at one of the pharmaceutical companies, IQVIA. She loves traveling and cooking in her leisure time. She joined Toastmasters to elevate her public speaking and leadership skills. Toastmaster Bimpy, the screen is yours to introduce your role.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator of the day. Good evening, Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guest. As grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I will take note of any misuse of the English language, as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it's also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is vocation. I repeat, the word is vocation. I encourage all the speakers to use as maximum as this word. And the meaning of the vocation is occupation, profession, or the work one is dedicated to. An example, he found his true vocation in teaching, where he could inspire and educate young minds. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day. I will give a word of the day report and grammatical usage report when called upon during the meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Bimpy. We have Toastmaster Atul Srivastava as today's listener. He is from Hyderabad, Telangana. He did an MSc in psychology and B.Ed in special education and a retired principal from state government of Telangana. He has a deep passion for training and public speaking and is certified TTT from ICBI and member IMPA Hyderabad. Toastmaster Atul, over to you to introduce your role.
Thank you, General Evaluator, and good evening to all the fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. I am the listener of the day. I will be listening closely everything said during the meeting and will draft 3 to 5 short questions to test our listening skills at the end of the meeting. I will be concluding whether you all will be a good listener or have skipped some very important facts. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Atul. With that, we conclude the introductions of our tag team and the listener, the roles, and I hand over controls back to Not sure whether the Toastmaster of the day is logged in, so let me hand over controls back to the presiding officer.
I am back. Hope you
Yes,
can hear me.
Sudharma is here. Sudharma,
Yeah.
over to you.
I will switch off my camera for the benefit of all the participants. Thank you, General Evaluator, our District 82 ISC champion and humorous speaker champion. Thank you for joining us today as our General Evaluator. Now let's move on to our prepared speech section. Today, our first speaker is Toastmaster Prabha Luhaniwal. Her evaluator will be DTM Nancy Goel. DTM Nancy, please confirm your presence.
Yes, I'm here.
Toastmaster Prabha, are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, thank you. Toastmaster Prabha is a sporty person and her profession is product manager. Not only that, she is delighted about exploring new places. Today, Toastmaster Prabha is attempting her Level 3 Project 1 Dynamic Leadership Path. The project name is Negotiate the Best Outcome. Timer, please note that time is 5 to 7 minutes. Toastmaster Prabha Luhaniwal. Best for the birth. Best for the birth. Toastmaster Prabha Luhaniwal.
Raise your hand if you have ever found yourself in a discussion about whether or not God exists. Just two? Come on, I'm sure at least once you got into this discussion ever. Yeah. So something similar happened to me in one of my trips, a trip to Auroville, near Pondicherry in Tamil Nadu, India. Auroville is an experimental township where people from different countries' culture live together, striving for human unity. My husband and I booked an Airbnb stay in a charming French community. It was in a forest area with bungalows and wooden houses spread over 2 kilometers along the beach. As we reached there, our host, a lively French lady named Helena, came to pick us up. And while walking us to our stay, she entertained us with her travel stories and how she settled in Orville, proudly proclaiming her atheism. Finally, we reached our stay. It was a beautiful wooden house with a stunning interior. Helena had adorned the place with various decorations. She then left us to settle down and enjoy the stay. And after an hour or so, I headed to the loo, the washroom. Well, it was the most gorgeous washroom I had ever seen. Again, adorned with so many exotic things. But my admiration did not last for long. I was like, whoa, dude, what the duck? Can anybody take a wild guess what odd thing you can encounter in the bathroom, washroom? I would love to hear your guesses.
No water.
Okay.
If you're near to nature, then cockroaches as well. Cockroaches, frogs.
I think lizard.
I'm so excited to tell. Well, you'll be surprised to know. There were not just one, not just two, but three different Indian god idols sitting in the washroom. One behind the commode, one on the front wall, and the other near the basin. For Indian audience, Lakshmiji, Ganeshji, and Hanumanji idol. I was like, what the, literally the hell? I felt a little disrespectful and I was surprised about her lack of awareness. So I decided to negotiate on not keeping those idols in the washroom and also find the solution that is the best for both. I knew I had to approach this delicately, so I planned my negotiation carefully. As I came outside my stay, I found Helena enjoying her evening tea. Perfect time, right? So we started chatting about all sort of random things. And I could tell we were building a genuine connection. After a while, I decided to steer the conversation towards my negotiation. Helena, I noticed the statues in the washroom. Did you know those symbolize the divine for worship in India? Or which ones? Or those, they are just fascinating art for me. I picked them up from a local market. I understood her purpose to put them in the washroom was to make the interior fascinating and appealing. So I said, I get it, they do look pretty cool. But for many people here in India, they are more than just art. Seeing them in the bathroom felt really off to me, like finding a family photo in a trash can. Oh, I'm so sorry, it offended you. But if the God exists, it's everywhere, right? So what's the harm? At this point, I realized she didn't fully understood the importance of religious symbols and wasn't recognized the importance of respecting others' beliefs. But I still have to find the best for her too. So I say, I see your point, but think of it this way. If something you care about deeply was placed somewhere you found inappropriate, it would feel disrespectful, right? It's not about changing your beliefs, but just being mindful of others. Plus, think of the business side. A bit of cultural sensitivity can make all your guests feel comfortable and respected, which means happy guests, great reviews, and more bookings. Yeah, I hadn't thought of it that way. Exactly. You don't have to change your beliefs. Just make a small adjustment to show respect. It's a win-win. You keep your unique style, and guests like me feel respected. Everybody leaves happy. Well, okay. She sounded a little convinced by now. Later in evening, I bought 2 small traditional Indian sculptures from the local market and asked if she would like to use them instead. By now, she was fully convinced and replaced those idols with the ones I got her. Well, that was me pursuing best for both of us, as she won't lose any guest because of this reason. And I was relieved she won't keep the idols in the washroom again, hopefully till my stay. And you know what? That shared win also gave me a friend for life. So, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, would you rather win alone and enjoy the success secretly, quietly, or pursue shared wins where everyone benefits and celebrates together? Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prabha. Shall we have a big round of applause to Toastmaster Prabha? What a negotiator. I am sure 100% if I was there, I will argue, I will blame, I will hit. I can't negotiate like this. Thank you, Toastmaster Prabha, for sharing your negotiation skill. Hope you can hear me. Please give a quick thumbs up. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's move to our second speaker. Today, our second speaker is Toastmaster Samita Kar. Evaluator will be Toastmaster Aparna Raja. Toastmaster Aparna, please confirm your presence.
I'm here.
Thank you. Today, Toastmaster Samita is attempting her pathbreaker speech in effective coaching. And timer, please note that the time is 10 to 12. Toastmaster Samita Kar. Final chapter. Final chapter, Toastmaster Samita Kar.
Robert Frost once lamented, "Two roads diverged in yellow wood. I'm sorry, I could not travel them both. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Today, as I'm standing before you, unlike Faust, I am in Toastmasters. I can travel any path that I choose. And this is the second path that I had chosen. When I started on this journey, I was confident. I've already completed one path. How difficult can this be? Lo and behold, difficult? It was just like the stock market, once rising high, crashing down, and again inching slowly upwards. This journey taught me a lot of lessons. During my icebreaker speech, I visited my childhood after many years. And then I realized I loved to talk even then. Made me feel happy. It's a long way that I have come. But then I was very sad. There was a nickname for me, which my parents and the elders around me would call. It has sadly disappeared. No one calls me by that name anymore. I'm, of course, a mother, auntie, madam in my professional space. But that name, it has disappeared. It reminded me life is fleeting. Cherish the present. Cherish what you have today. Tomorrow, it might not be there. Crafting a speech was relatively easy for me. But my method, I'm sure every one of you have a method. My method was in my head. I would think about what to write, which stories to put in my mind debate which is good, which is not so good, and then have some concrete structure before me, old lady, writing it in pen and paper. I am not too tech savvy. But when I started typing my speeches, I found the miracle button. Delete in one click. Cut, copy, paste. Wow! It is so neat. Otherwise, I would be scratching, rewriting, revising, again rewriting. That was pretty easy now. I started typing and reading out my speeches. Change. Change is the only constant factor in our life. When technology is there, I need to change myself. It's not easy, but it is fun. I can guarantee you that. Next, unfortunately, I had to take a forced break of 6 weeks. When I came back, the worst nightmare came true. Writer's block. Nothing was there. I had to write a speech, staring intently at the paper for 3 complete days. Nothing, not a single thought crossed my mind. I was wondering what to do. My fingers itching towards that mobile to call up Toastmasters Sudharma to say, please cancel my speech. But when the life is tough, I need to get tougher. I slogged on. Okay, this is not a speech that I would love to revisit, but I was proud of myself. Proud that I tried my best. Though there was a blockage, though I could not write the best of my speech, I jotted down some points. I went and delivered, not at all convinced with what I was speaking, not at all happy with the outcome, but I was there. When I was there, I realized Toastmaster has a mentoring system. I have a very good mentor, DTM Nancy. Why don't I pick up the phone and give her a call? That was a blockage that I always felt I have to do things all by myself. I will not ask anyone for help. I look back today and think, what was it that was preventing me from asking help? My own thought process that I will become smaller or I am not capable of doing, or maybe I don't know what that prevented me from asking for help. But the good news is, once I had the courage to pick up the phone, call her, speak to her, she started giving me that confidence. She started telling me where exactly did I go somewhere out of the track and told me to think in some particular line. Talking to her elevated my whole anxiety. And then it came down crashing. I was so relieved. Initially, I thought I will not be able to speak. But then all the thoughts, all her positivity came in. And then I could think properly. I could write again. Mentors are there to help us. We, as mentee, just need to reach out to them. A valuable lesson. Why do I always have to be alone? There is a community to help me out. And that community will elevate when I am going down. Next, there was a panel discussion to be done. Panel discussion is something where I need to speak less. Now that's a big challenge for me, definitely. When I was framing the questions, having a talk with my mentor, heard the different points of view, I wanted it to go well. My innate desire was that I need to do this properly. As I started framing the questions, taking the evaluation from the previous evaluators had given me, I started writing and making a list of the things that I'm going to ask them. Slowly, as the panel discussion started and I started asking them, my fear became less and less. And the panel discussion went on very well. The panelists were very happy that they could come to such a platform. And I was happy that everyone could take some lessons out. As I'm coming to the end of this journey, I'm more anxious than before. I want to go to another path. Anxious, what will that new path show me? Anxious, will I be able to do justice to that? I need to work very hard to do that. Today, I'm no longer overconfident, thinking that one path is over, second one also I can do. Today, I'm cautious. That every path, every speech will be a challenge, which I can negotiate, but I need to give my 100% for it. This journey has taught me that it is not always the 5 minutes that on the screen you are putting. It is what you put behind the screen that is more important. This Toastmasters journey, one very funny incident happened was that someone was observing me deliver a speech, and they couldn't understand why was I standing in front of a camera and speaking where people were not being seen. I had to bring them to show that this is a meeting that is happening and it's an online space where I am speaking. I found it funny because I have been doing it for so long. It is very easy for me, but the people around me sometimes don't understand that. I need to explain it to them in their terms what I am doing and why am I doing so. While embarking on this journey, what I realized was that whether I am doing very well or I am down, thinking that I will not be able to speak, taking that next step is extremely important. Because whatever step I take, it will go towards the goal. And going towards the goal is my main aim. Every day will not be the same, but I can definitely tell you one thing. If I'm ready to put 100%, if I cherish the present moment, cherish everything that it brings, know that things will get tough, but then persist on that road and lean on my mentors, because mentors are there to help me out. I am sure all of us can go through this path and emerge victorious. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Samita. I still can remember my part. Yeah, I pushed myself and did speeches more and more because there is a mentor and there is a team who helped me to overcome this path. I remember that. Dear Toastmaster, this is Toastmaster Samita's path-based speech. Shall we give a standing ovation to Toastmaster Samita? Shall we give standing ovation? Sorry, I can't come on camera. Thank you, Toastmaster Samita, for your inspirational speech. Timer, can you please confirm, are there any disqualifications in 2 speeches?
No, we don't have any disqualifications.
Thank you. Let's move to our break. This now time is 8:21. Shall we come back 8:26? Please come back by 8:26. Welcome back, Toastmasters, for the Ikigai. Can I know, are there any Toastmasters who wants to share their stories? I have shared that pictures in the chat. You can see that there are 4 questions: what you are allowed at, what you are good at, what you are paid, and what the world needs. Are there any Toastmasters who want to talk about that? Their Ikigai. What about your experience? Are there anyone who have found your Ikigai up to now?
Toastmaster Sudharma, I can
yes,
take
Toastmaster
that.
Sudhakar. Yes, please.
Yeah, so I can't say actually I figured my Ikigai, but I think I am very near to that. So my journey started actually way back in 2017 when I participated purpose workshop when I was in corporate as a part of the leadership, when I was in leadership role. In fact, that was for a professional perspective, but that prompted me to explore what is my purpose. And initially, I guess it was more of philosophical. And then I realized it is not only philosophical, it's actually the canvas is large. That is where I kind of saw this book called Ikigai. I think someone has referred. And I started reading. It was fantastic actually when I read that. I'm not saying I have figured my Ikigai for sure, because finding an intersection between what I'm good at it, what I love, what needs, and what I can be paid for isn't easy. I can say that I figured out some portion of it. For example, I know what I love, but I am still completely not figured out what I am good at it, and then closing the entire circle. So to sum it up, I say to some extent I figured my Ikigai. At least I know what I am going to do for the rest of my life. Back to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhakar. Yes, I agree with you. I don't know my mission actually. I am thinking just my existence is my mission, because someone can learn from me and what is my journey, and they can learn from me. That is my just mission. I don't know others. I am good at, I have mission, I have passion, profession, and vocation, but I have no idea about my mission. I am working towards them. This Toastmasters and all, I am following for that, to do something to work, but I am working on that. Next, who would like to share your experience in Ikigai? Toastmaster Smruti, would you like to share your experience?
Sure, Toastmaster Sudharma. Even I am sailing the same boat in that transition phase, if I may put it in that way, yet to figure out one reason of living. Having said that, I can recollect that during some part of life when I was all chasing and after the vocation, I lost people in my life, few very important. So I made that as a partial mission in life, at least to give time to people who are with me. So that's like a very tiny mission currently. If it be a very bigger person or a smaller person, I definitely find out some time to stay connected with them, be it personal or professional, but still trying to figure out that one reason for living. The day I will, I'll definitely chase towards the same. But thank you so much, Rasma Sudharma. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smruti. I hope you will find your ikigai near future. And let's move to our next session. That is our second session in today's meeting. That is table topic session. Today, we have table topic evaluation also. Our table topic evaluator will be Toastmaster Tharindu Ameresekere. Toastmaster Tharindu, can you please confirm your presence? Hi, Toastmaster Tharindu. Welcome to the Gabbys. Now, let's move to our table topic master. He is someone chartered accountant by professions, and he is following ikigai also. Not only that, he loves traveling and cooking and also enjoying the present moment. Toastmaster Sudhakar Thamankar, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sudharma. So let me actually talk about table topics for the benefit of guests. I think table topics enables or helps members to develop skills of impromptu speaking. So when you participate table topics, for me, example, even now it is a little scary. I'm not that confident when I participate in table topics. I'm okay with the prepared speeches because it is a little difficult to quickly organize and express the thoughts. So that's what table topics teaches us. You can think of the table topic speech as a mini speech with an opening, a body, and a conclusion. This also provides a speaking opportunity for any member who is not on duty in the meeting agenda. That being said, I think guests also can participate if they wish and gives them opportunity to speak. Now, each speaker is required to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Participants are disqualified at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, shall we start our table topic session? Okay, I can see one hand. Okay. The first question is, what is the reason for you to get up in the morning? What is the reason for you to get up in the morning? I'm also putting in the chart. So this is to Toastmaster. I don't know I'm spelling it right. It is Elios, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Give me a sec. Yeah. What is the reason for you to get up in the morning?
Okay. Can you hear me and see me before I start?
Yes.
Okay. First up. Good morning, everybody. And yes, I would like to say that every single morning, imagine I'm not alone in my bedroom. I am with all of you here. We are in a very big bedroom. And I would like to greet every single person. I would like to say, happy morning, Sudhakar. Good morning, Arjun. How are you today, Maanvi? You look good today, Goel. like that. And I know that we look like we are messed up before or the yesterday, and we have a lot of burden in our life that carry out to the next morning. So I will just grab the coffee for you. This is the very first reason for me to get up in the morning. I would like to have my morning coffee. And then I would like to greet all of you like before. And I would like to plan my day to day. Oh, I have an appointment at 10, at 12, at 3. And after that, we have a dinner plan with the family. So imagine if you woke up like that, all of your schedule is packed and you have planned all of it before, you will have a productive day. And yes, I would like to have the vocation of the one like family friendly husband or people that really care about their family. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, love your family. Family comes first. Back to you.
Thank you, dear, for sharing your thoughts. I totally agree with you. Just to share my story, a few years back when I was working in the corporate, after getting up, I was always happy to go to work. And then I realized after a few years, I was not enjoying getting up in the morning because the thought was coming to my mind that I have to go to work. And that is where I probably decided to quit corporate. Moving on, my second question will be to Manish Gupta.
Yes, please.
For you, why having ikigai or purpose in life is important? I'm putting the question in chat.
Can you please repeat the question?
For you, why having ikigai or purpose in life is important?
Good evening, everybody. Why do I have a purpose in my life? If I don't have a purpose, I will not have any goal. So then what will I do? If I have a purpose that this is a thing which I have to do, like if I have to keep myself in shape. So I have a purpose to keep myself in a shape. So then I can plan about my goal, what to do, how to keep myself in shape. Then I can think what are the things which I need to keep myself in shape. Like I need a good sleep. I need to have a strict diet. I need to work out like a beast, maybe 3 days or 4 days a week. I have to take less stress. So that is the purpose. That purpose will tell me that I have to put some goal, and that goal will help me to keep in shape. And that purpose, I have to remind it every day. The reason is after a few days, if I think that I don't have any purpose, I'll forget. Then I'll be back to square one, I'll be stagnant. For that, I have to do my analysis of my purpose every day. That am I following my purpose? What are the things which I have to do? Am I doing? I have to track my diet. I have to see how many hours did I sleep. I have to ask myself, if I have went to the gym, did I work out like a beast or not? So I have to ask myself, am I taking less stress? Because stress is inevitable. But still, if we think what is going to happen worst to worst, if we plan in such a way, we can take less stress. So that is only possible if I have a purpose and if I follow my purpose, and definitely if I keep on doing it constantly, and nobody can stop me to fulfill my purpose, to stay in good shape. Thank you.
Thank you, Manish Gupta. I totally agree with you. I I think consistency is the key anywhere, right? And not different for purpose as well. And the second point is I totally agree that your purpose may also change over the period of time. Okay, moving on. Next question is to our guest, Galal Zaki. Can you share a story about someone whose purpose inspired you? I'm putting in the chat. Can you share a story about someone whose purpose inspires you?
Am I audible?
Yeah, very much.
Thank you. Thank you. The person whose purpose has inspired me is myself. Time past is contained in time present. I am here today because of what I've been through in my past. And this is what got me into the vocation of advertising. All I was interested in was sports and girls, and not necessarily in that order. I discovered to attract girls, I had to be good at sports and to tell jokes. I had most of the track and field records, 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, 800 meters, 1,500 meters, long jump, javelin. I won the tennis tournament, won the squash tournament, but I discovered to attract more girls, I had to tell jokes. And my mother's jokes are very naughty. I'm not allowed to use them on Toastmasters. I got kicked out of several universities because I used to flirt a lot and do a lot of sports. And I met this bombshell at the third university. All the boys and girls and teachers were running after her. And at the time, we didn't have social media. And the three fastest ways of spreading news were telephone, telegram, and telegirl. So I went to her best friend. I said, I'm madly in love with your friend, but please don't tell her. And the rest is history. She married me when I was kicked out and taking 6 Egyptian pounds a month. And she got me into a third university and a fourth university to teach in America. And because I used to tell jokes, they hired me in advertising, and I became chicken tikka, Mr. Spicy. I like it spicy. It's very nicey with a little ricey, tikka 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 bo. So I owe my life to my wife, and that's what I'm writing my book. I am, because of my wife, Journey to a Happy Life. Every day I wake up in the morning and thank the vocation that she got me into just because I love her. And my main purpose is to make her happy. She wakes me up at 3 o'clock in the morning and says, are you thirsty? If I make a mistake and say no, I'm in trouble. I can go on. Thank you. Back to you, Table Topic, Sudhakar.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your story. Very inspirational. Moving on, next question is to Maanvi. How does the rise of artificial intelligence affect the pursuit of Ikigai? How does the rise of artificial intelligence and automation affect the pursuit of Ikigai or pursuit of purpose? I'm just putting the chart. Yeah.
Artificial intelligence. Itself says it is artificial. But we as humans love to make it real because that is the integral and the very important part of every single human's life. May it be students, they use it for copying assignments. May it be work professionals who most of the time use it for creating mails, or may it be in any single profession. And you know what? That makes people nervous, that artificial intelligence might take the job of content writers, might take the job of coders, and might take n number of jobs because they believe artificial intelligence is more intelligent than them. Don't you think, my dear friends, we as humans should, instead of copying things from AI, may it be ChatGPT or any other AI, should go on with the traditional method where we used to flip books, we used to read every sentence and then find what exactly we wanted. AI can give us what exactly we want in few seconds, But that traditional method, flipping the books, connecting with people, asking for help, helps us gain very important skills that we all need in every single day. May it be knowing about journal knowledge. May it be knowing about the awareness. May it be asking help from people. Or may it be any single thing that we require in communication, while giving interviews, while joining the meetings, and whatnot. Artificial intelligence can never take any job, but yes, what it is doing is decreasing our intelligence because we ourselves believe artificial intelligence is more intelligent than us. Table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Maanvi, for sharing your thoughts. I totally agree because today everybody talks about artificial intelligence, and no talk is actually complete without artificial intelligence, and we don't know whether we're going to be dumb or intelligent. Okay, moving on. I am skipping the queue and going to DTM Sourav Dutta. Sourav Dutta will take the question. Next question.
Yes, please.
How can individual find or redefine their ikigai in the face of significant life challenges or existential crisis? I'm just putting the same in the chart as well. How can individual find or redefine their ikigai in the face of significant life challenges or existential crisis?
I started going to school because everyone, including my neighbors, relatives, and my parents, told me I need to go to school. That's what every kid needs to do. They need to go to school. I went to college because it was the norm of the society that after you pass school, you have to go to college. I started working because the society told me that being a man, I'm the bread earner of the family, so I need to go and earn bread. Not literally, but earn money to buy the bread. I never realized that I'm doing things because other people are telling me to do things. I'm not doing things because I want to do those things. And I was doing reasonably well. God was kind. And whichever job I took up, I did reasonably well. I got promotions, I got increments, I visited numerous countries. I have had all that anyone in the corporate world would want, whether it's a corner office or foreign trips or whatever you can think of, good salary. And one fine day I realized that despite having everything, I still don't want to go to work. I'm still not excited about the Mondays. I'm still anxiously waiting for the Fridays and the Saturdays and the Sundays. And I realized that something is wrong. And that something hit me very hard in 2019 when I was told by my company that they don't require my services anymore. And I was asked to not come to work from the next day. When lightning struck, I went through this entire cycle of anger, denial, and right, depression and all that. But amidst all of that, I discovered my ikigai. And that is my love for speaking. I found that I'm connecting with people and I'm sharing my stories and I'm listening to their stories and I'm being able to express myself. And out of nowhere, I discovered Toastmaster. It may sound very cliched, it may seem that I'm playing to the gallery, but trust to me, Toastmasters out here, you are my ikigai. You are the reason that I could hold myself strong amidst all the challenges that I have faced since 2019. And I can only thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. Thank you.
Thank you, DTM Sourav Dutta, for sharing your story and such an inspirational story. I think if I remember, way back when during my struggling days, I think only thing was I don't know why I was actually exist, right? And then it took so many years probably to find your purpose in life. So I will take another two questions, not in the order, but I'll go to Toastmaster Shravan Kumar. Are you ready?
Yes, Toastmaster Sudhakar. Am I audible and visible?
Yeah, you are.
Thank you.
How you see a link between purpose and health or well-being? Let me also put it in the chat box. How you see the link between the purpose and health or well-being?
Thank you for a wonderful topic, Toastmaster Sudhakar, and fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. What for we are doing work? What is the purpose? Why are we struggling every day, day and night? We are earning. What for? It is for our happiness. If our family or if our fellow beings are happy, we also feel happy. If we realize happiness is the ultimate goal for every living being on this earth, then we don't struggle. Whichever work we do it with enjoyment. Because we do not know that being happy is our ultimate goal, we've been suffering. This is what I've learned when I started learning yoga. In yoga, there are different layers. They're divided. There are physical layer, pranic layer, mind layer, manas, and then on top of that intellect, on top of that happiness, anandamaya kosha. So that is the ultimate goal of everybody. So if we don't know that is the ultimate goal of a human being, we keep on struggling. So in that sense, if my purpose is being happy, is my only purpose is being happy every day, if I can set that goal, whatever work I do, I will enjoy everything. But it is not so easy to learn that skill because we have to cross all these layers, the physical layer, mental layer, pranic layer, on top of that, everything, all these layers. Once we cross that layer, then only we can realize that well-being is the ultimate goal of everybody. So I'm struggling. I mean, I've been on the path of learning, being a yoga practitioner. That is my ultimate goal. So every day, the moment I wake up, I see what makes me happy today. That could be a music, that could be an office work, that could be an interaction with fellow Toastmasters like you. With that, with a happy note, I would like to hand over to you, Toastmaster Sudhakar. Thank you for this wonderful topic.
Thank you, Shravan Kumar. I totally agree. End of the day, everybody wants happiness, isn't it? Okay, next question is to Michael Joshua. I know he's waiting for a long time. How important is passion in discovering your purpose? Also putting it in the chat box. How important is passion in discovering your purpose?
Thank you, Sudhakar, Toastmaster Sudhakar, for providing me such a beautiful question. Hello, fellow Toastmasters. So, on the exact question, finding the passion. So, I already found my passion 9 years ago. That's my cybersecurity. After my completion of bachelor's degree, I tried to find which job is better. So I didn't find satisfaction in any of that, like development or networking and multiple things. So finally, I found my passion in cybersecurity. Then I tried to work on that. Then I did my master's in cybersecurity. Then I moved to like working in the offensive security. So, like now, after 9 years, now I read about Ikigai and how I need to find my purpose rather than working in a corporate. I just want to how I can serve for the people to find my purpose. So I found my passion, how that can utilize for other people. So I'm working on that. So I need to improve all that, like not only serving, at the same time, I need to improve my health, my family, and everything. So my passion, I found it. I'm just keep on working on that. So yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Sudhakar.
Thank you, Michael Joshua, for sharing your story, and happy that you have found your passion. Okay, due to the paucity of time, we'll go with the last one question. And Bhagyalakshmi, are you ready? Can you take the last question?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yes.
Okay. How do you reflect on someone who didn't have any purpose in life? How do you reflect on someone who didn't have any purpose in life?
How would I reflect on someone who didn't have any purpose in life? So I think this question applies to myself first and to someone else, right? Uh, we all are in this journey of trying to find our purpose. Initially, what we think is our goal is our purpose. I too had quite a lot of goals. For that moment, I thought that is my purpose of life, right? Until I achieved it, that became my purpose. That became the reason for my getting up every day early in the morning and living. Once I achieved it, I wanted next. So I never understood the difference between purpose and goal. So I don't think so. I would make any judgments about uh, a person who doesn't have a purpose, because I myself have not found it and I am in that journey. So I would empathize with some person, and I do that with myself right now. And I think as we go, as we age, we find our purpose. Our goals are getting clearer. We are becoming more independent. Our thoughts are not influenced by people around us, the society. We don't want to please others, right? End of the day, we want to do something that makes us happy, that not only us and also people around us. So that is one of the reasons why we all live. So I wouldn't have anything to say to them, because I'm also in the same boat as they are. Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhakar. Back to you.
Thank you, Bhagyalakshmi, for honestly sharing your views. With that, I'm closing today's table topics. And again, thank you, each of you, for your participation. And apologies that few of you were not able to participate. With that, I hand over the stage back to TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sudhakar, for loudly that beautiful Ikigai questions, table topics. Now, time Toastmaster Arjun, please confirm, are there any disqualifications in table topic?
Yes, we have one disqualification.
Okay.
Toastmaster Shravan. We have
Okay.
2 minutes 41 seconds.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Arjun. So, Moderator, please launch the poll for table topic. While the pollings are going on, I would like to invite Toastmaster Ravi for general evaluation session. Toastmaster Ravi, over to you.
Thank you very much, Madam Toastmaster. Let us now begin the evaluation segment of tonight's meeting. We'll start off with the evaluation of the prepared speeches. Our first speaker, Toastmaster Prabha, would be evaluated by distinguished Toastmaster Nancy Goel. Nancy works as a senior data analyst, and she's also a certified image consultant and personal branding coach. She also happens to be the president of the Gabbys Toastmasters Club. Distinguished Toastmaster Nancy, the screen is yours.
Thank you so much, our general evaluator. Best for both, Toastmaster Prabha. How beautifully you brought up in front of us that negotiation can bring win-win outcome, which is best for both the parties. I absolutely absolutely loved the way you walked us through your trip, starting with the point you reached Oroville to the point you brought up this negotiation on the table, and finally the outcome. So, did you meet the project objective? Yes, you did. Talking about the highlights of your speech, visual imagery, like I said, you walked us through. Very well done. You talked about certain words in a way that we don't feel bad about it, like what the duck. That was a very smart usage of word. Then in the entire speech, I felt you connected with the audience in multiple ways. First, by starting by talking about by asking questions, and then your excitement, your smile, those were the ways you were connecting with the audience. These were the highlights for me. But when I say negotiating the best outcome, let's say the best is when we also talk about something negative, something that we can improve upon. So this is where I would like to bring areas of improvement for your speech, particularly for today's speech. First thing first, I felt that your speech title was a dead giveaway. It was like I was told for a thriller movie that the protagonist is going to be killed. So when you are saying best for both, I knew what is going to come up next. So avoid giving a speech title which is dead giveaway. Second, talking about the delivery aspect, I felt that when you were talking to us, you were actually not talking to us. It was a lot of rocking movement back and forth, some movement with the screen. I'm not sure whether there was something bothering you on the screen or there was something else, but these things can be avoided. So talk to us as if we are there with you, not just virtually present. So best way is to look into the camera and speak to the audience instead of looking into the screen and speaking to the audience. That's one. And working a little bit on body language as well. Lastly, while delivering a dialogue, it's important that we do bring in some variety, if not vocal variety, body language, any of the tools you can use to bring in some variety so that we know it's Helena talking, it's you talking, or both of you talking at the same time. Whatever was happening, we couldn't figure that out. So three things, three recommendations from my side. One, speech title. Second is body language in terms of dialogue delivery. And third is speak to us, the eye contact matters. These three things, I'm sure you're going to deliver beautiful speech next time. Thank you. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy. So I'll keep my evaluation on the evaluator and the speaker very brief. So distinguished Toastmaster Nancy, in her evaluation, was very motivating, very friendly tone that she had right throughout. She covered the positives, the improvements, she summarized at the end. And I also love the fact that her points were both on the content and as well as the delivery. So well done, distinguished Toastmaster Nancy. And on the speaker, while agreeing with the evaluator, I thought she was very engaging in her speech, where she asked us to raise hands, asked us to answer her questions. Lovely personal story, and introduced the theme of negotiating. I also felt that her eye contact was a bit a miss because she was looking down, I think, most of the time. So since this was a Zoom meeting, it's always recommended that you maintain eye contact with the camera so that you give the impression to the audience that you are looking at them. Right, with that, let's move to the evaluation of our second speech. A Toastmaster Samita's speech would be evaluated by Toastmaster Aparna. Aparna is a passionate speaker, a hippie at heart, a mom at home, and an entrepreneur by choice. So Toastmaster Aparna, the screen is yours.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ravi. My target speaker, Samita. Samita, what a way to finish your path, the final chapter. And I must say, you finish it with great elan. The energy and the enthusiasm of your speeches are a hallmark. Now, I say this specifically here because most of us have energy and enthusiasm when we make speeches. But You've had it from the very first icebreaker that you made in your first path up until the last speech you made today in your second path, and that is no easy task. It's your hallmark. This is something I was looking forward to, and I found something very surprising that came out very obviously today, and that was your high point, which is you are remarkably humorous. Now, yes, you've always had humor in your speeches here and there, a few drizzle of it and things. But today, what came out was a solid serving of that. One after another, you gave us 3 humorous lines. And I think we have a humorous speaker in the making here. Now, this is turning out to be one of your strong points. You've been humorous before, but today what I saw is that you're very comfortable with that humor. It didn't seem forced at all at any point, as if you'd practiced it. It just came out so easily. Old woman, miracle buttons, like the stock market, it came out very easily, that utmost ease, which made it look very natural and enjoyable. It immediately made us have this likability towards your speech. And I think this is something you can focus on going forward consciously. Now, the second thing was the purpose of your speech was definitely achieved, which is to share a few aspects of growth that you've achieved during the path. You shared more than a few, several. Although it was great, I was a little concerned, how am I going to remember? But you know what you did? You summarized all of that for me towards the end, which was a great point. So moving on to your recommendations. Now, since this is your second path and you are at the very high level of your speech crafting, I'm going to share this. Now, there is a problem when there are people who love to speak, right? We have a problem. I have it too. We like to speak so much that we try to bring in a lot of content. And sometimes in our urge to bring all of that, we might miss out on the connections that we can make. And there were 2 places this happened. There was a small story that you shared with us right at the beginning. You were given a nickname, right? And the connection you made, we understood. You said, life was fleeting, I should do. But the connect was not solid. So it left us thinking, first, we didn't know what your nickname was, so we couldn't form the connect. And you told us life is fleeting, but why are you saying that? Are you saying because you have to embrace change? The connection has to be established in a very strong way for us to understand why you gave us that example. Then it'll give credibility to the example. The second point was the anecdote at the end. It felt like it was an afterthought that you added the anecdote because you seemed like you were concluding. You said, I am anxious for the next path. I am anxious. Oh, that reminds me of a story. There was no connection of that story. You could have connected the story back in your change. You know how you adopted technology? Had you brought that example there, it would have made more sense to us as audience. So this is okay. This is a normal trap that we all fall into. Just keep in mind the content connections later. But other than that, very well done. Humor, on point, all the aspects beautifully arranged. Just work on ensuring your connections are very strong. And yeah, you're someone to look out for. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aparna, for that wonderful evaluation. I think amazingly delivered evaluation. It was almost as if I was listening to another prepared speech. So thank you very much for covering the commendations, the improvement points, and as well as summarizing at the end. And a few points for the speaker. I thought it was a speech that was wonderfully delivered. Love the gestures, the facial expressions, and also the subtle variations in the voice that you had right throughout your speech. And also for sharing some important messages on why mentoring was important, giving your best, trying hard in whatever you do, the fantastic messages. And just one point for improvement. I think there were some sentences where you swallowed the last word. I think that in some sentences it wasn't audible. So that is something that you can work on in your future speeches. But overall, fantastic job. Thank you very much, both Toastmaster Samita and Toastmaster Aparna. I think with that, let's move to the evaluation of our table topics. Toastmasters Tharindu, are you ready with your evaluations for the table topics, or do you need more time?
No, I believe I am ready, but I would not mind 5 seconds.
Right. So let's go to the tag evaluations. So let's start off with the timers report. Toastmaster Arjun, can we have the timers report to start with?
Yes, let me share my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can.
So we have one disqualification. Table topic 6, Sravan, 2 minutes 41 seconds. and rest of us, it's qualified.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you
Over
very
to you.
much, Toastmaster Arjun, for that report.
Ravi, I'm ready with my evaluations.
Yeah. Shall we quickly finish off the tag reports, Tharindu, before we get into the
Yeah,
technical
sure,
topics
sure.
evaluation?
Why not? Why not?
Yeah. Right. So the account today was Toastmaster Bimpy. If you can please share your the evaluation report.
So I am the grammarian. Our counter is Smruti, Toastmaster Smruti.
Oh, yeah. So I got it. I got that wrong. I'm sorry about that. Toastmaster Smruti, could you please share the accounters report?
Sure. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravi. Kindly confirm once my report is visible on the screen.
It is visible
Anyone
now.
with? Thank you so much. So here comes the R counter report. Today, to highlight, most of the speakers, they tried to limit their R's and ums. 3 words which stood out today are and, so. Unfortunately, these 3 words and terminology shooted really high when we were framing our sentences or presenting the same on screen. A big shout out to people who managed to take maximum screen, having said that, limited their words to the greater extent. The names are good in numbers, so I would paste the report on chat so that you can, at your own ease, you can run through and glance through the report. On that note, I give the stage back to Toastmaster Ravi, but please keep on applauding for the people who managed to limit their R's and ums today. Over to you, Toastmaster Ravi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Smruti, for that comprehensive report. And next up, we have Toastmaster Bimpy with the Grammarian's report.
Yeah, I'm sharing my report. Please confirm if you can see the screen.
Yes, we can see the screen.
Okay. So the word of the day today is vocation. So here are the Toastmaster and visiting Toastmaster and guest used word of the day. First, Toastmaster Sudharma Perera, Toastmaster Smruti S. Mohanty, Toastmaster in-laws, and guest Galal Jaki. Here are the good usage. 1 second. Here are the good usage for today's meeting: proclaiming, fascinating, frightened, miracle. Mentors are there to help us. We just need to reach out to them. When life is tough, we need to be tougher. Embarking, cherish, persist. Consistency is the key. Bread earner, lightening. You are my ikigai. You are the reason I am here. Happiness is only ultimate goal of our life. We won't suffer if we know that. As we age, we are clearer on our purpose. Anecdote. Moving to the next slide, which is rhetorical devices. First thing is rhetorical questions. So here, answer is not required. Only somebody or some speaker has raised or said some question that is noted down as part of this rhetorical device. So used by Toastmaster Prava. Raise your hand whether God exists or not. Second rhetorical device is anaphora, that is repetition of a word or a phrase. So I have 3 as part of today's meeting. First is what I good at, what I need to do, what I love, used by Toastmaster Sudhakar. Second is I need to have good sleep, I need to have walk, I need to have good food, by guest Munish Gupta. And third one is sometimes high, sometimes crashed, sometimes low, by Toastmaster Samita Kar. As third part of rhetorical device is epithet, which was not used in today's meeting. And the fourth one is the proverb. I have 2 proverbs noted down as per the meeting. First one is change is only constant in life, used by Toastmaster Samita Kar. Second one, I am in the same boat as others, used by guest Bhagya Lakshmi. Moving to the next rhetorical device, that is hyperpara, where question for that answer is also told by speaker, said by speaker. First one is, can you guess what are all things you can encounter in bathroom? I am excited to tell. Used by Toastmaster Prava. Second one is what's stopping me to asking things. It's my hesitation. Used by Toastmaster Samita Kar. Third one is, did you meet the project objective? Yes, she is. Used by Nancy Goel, DTM Nancy Goel. Next part of rhetorical device is rule of thrice. So I always struggle getting this rule of thrice. Luckily, I got it. Kudos to Toastmaster Shravan Kumar. We keep on struggling. Last but not least, that is metaphor or analog as smileys are used by Toastmaster Samita Kar and Toastmaster Maanvi Kumar. Toastmaster Samita Kar used stock market and compared with her life journey. And Toastmaster Maanvi Kumar compared artificial intelligence as human intelligence. Today, I don't have any recommendation. Over to you, General Evaluator of the Day. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Bimpy. Before we move to the listeners' report, let us move to the table topics evaluation because our table topics evaluator has to hop into another meeting. So Toastmaster Tharindu Ameresekere is a senior lecturer at the Postgraduate Institute of Management, specializing in finance, marketing, communication skills, sustainability, and digital disruption. Tharindu also has been coaching students for the CIMA professional qualification for over 15 years. He's also the founder of award-winning digital agency Tech and a national public speaking champion in Toastmasters, being the only Toastmaster in Sri Lanka to be ranked #1 in 3 competition categories. In 2015, he won the District 82 Table Topics Championship, and in 2023, the double championship in humorous speaking and international speech contest. Toastmasters Tharindu, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, our District 82's double champion, Ravi Uduwela. Absolute honor to be introduced by you at this forum. So very good evening, Toastmasters, and very happy to be here. Thank you so much, Sudharma, for the invitation again. I know you have a bit of a long agenda ahead, so I'm not going to take too much of your time, but I am going to do justice as your evaluator of table topics this evening. We start with speaker number 1. Can we have, I don't know whether you will be highlighting the first speaker, but the speaker number 1's journey, the story, the theme was about what would be done on a morning, a typical morning. What I like about it was he brought a real morning to this night time, how he showed us how he would wake up. He took us visually, mentally to a time that we actually could assume that he just woke up. And also, it was a personal story. He shared about what he normally would do. And that's something that connected with all of us very well. And there's a very nice transition where after he had mentioned about this morning and what he would be surfing through, going through all that, after all that, he mentioned he came into a transition of giving us the message of how a morning should not be. And he encouraged us also not to spend mornings in that manner. What I would like to see as an improvement from him would be that some of the movements tend to kind of mess with the background because he was using a virtual background, I believe. So be mindful of that. And also, instead of being seated and speaking, perhaps especially when you're bringing a certain dramatic element, if he could move about and speak, I personally feel that the impact, the effect would have been much more. But once again, kudos on connecting with us on that very relevant topic and that very relevant message you shared with us of how a morning should not be. Second speaker spoke about the importance of Ikigai and why Ikigai is important and why the purpose is important. What I really liked was he had a very good message. The message echoed right throughout his time of speaking of 2 to 3 minutes, where he continuously mentioned where without purpose we are nothing, where purpose is what drives everything. And he also took us to, not without just saying it, with every time he said that purpose is important, he mentioned why he thinks so. So he used the technique of not just telling, but taking us through his thinking journey, which helps us to connect with him. What I would like to see would be maybe a personal story on how that purpose has made it relevant to him, maybe in his business or in his some other endeavor. How has purpose, that keeping purpose at the prime, how has it made things different for him? That would have made us connect with that very powerful message with even more enthusiasm and emotion. Speaker number 3, Toastmaster Zaki, story about someone's purpose that inspires you. I firstly congratulate you for having the courage to say that you inspire yourself. None of the time people don't want to admit, even though the best courage comes from within. So well done on that. You were very comfortable to go to the past. A lot of us are not very comfortable to go to the past. Too many skeletons in the closet for many of us. But you went there. Ravi is smiling as I say it. But you took us to the past. You mentioned about the funny jokes you used to do, how they were dirty, and how you can't say it in Toastmasters. And I think that was fantastic. What I would like to further connect is, what can we take to our life from it? Is it the fact that don't be ashamed of who we are? What is the take-home message that the other 23 people in the audience could take from it? That would have made your speech even more memorable, I believe, for all of us. But thank you for being you, and thank you for being inspired by you, because by you being inspired by yourself, you inspired all of us today. And kudos to you for that. The fourth speaker, we had Toastmaster Maanvi speaking about how AI impacts Ikigai, the impact of AI in Ikigai. You were very honest in your approach, where when you spoke about how AI is used to copy-paste for assignments. I'm a university lecturer, and I know how many students fail now due to Turnitin relevance scores being very high. So I like it. However, what I would like to see is, and you were very energetic, you showed that facial expressions, that's fantastic. What I would like to see more is the connection with Ikigai. This AI coming in, how does it really challenge our Ikigai? How maybe we need to use Ikigai to not to use AI for the wrong purposes. That would have been something that makes your speech further connected and relevant to the topic. But in general, thank you for speaking on a very trending current topic and sharing your thoughts with us. I move to speaker number 5, DTM Sourav. The connection between society expectations, the existential crisis, common problem for all of us. And you brought in a very personal story about your journey, the company asking you to stop. And I think that would have been a very foolish company to ask a great speaker and a Toastmaster like you that you are no longer required. But you were brave enough to speak about that. Thank you for that. What I would like to see is, maybe if you could move and speak and even use the proximity to the audience, because you had so many stages of your life in that speech. Perhaps moving would have added more energy, would have made it even something more connectable, something which we could all connect with, in my opinion. But thank you for sharing your story and inspiring us. I move on to Toastmaster Shravan Kumar, link between Ikigai and happiness and well-being. You gave a very clear, logical solution in terms of why happiness is important. That was fantastic. You also used with a lot of emotion. However, I feel that areas to improve would be some parts you could speak a little louder so that we could hear more clearly, number one. Number two, perhaps relating it with some of the more current trends and topics. You might have seen a two-time American PGA Tour winner. I believe golfer Murray had taken his own life due to lack of happiness. Perhaps connecting with something more recent like that would have made it even more possible for us to understand the importance of focusing on being happy and the connection with Ikigai rather than running behind what the world thinks we should be doing. But thank you for that very emotional, empathetic message you shared. I move on to the 7th speaker, the penultimate speaker, Toastmaster Joshua. Passion and purpose. Once again, fantastic personal story. And no sooner you spoke about cybersecurity, your volume increased, it enhanced. That was brilliant. Well done. At the same time, that's connected with your vocation directly of being in it. So you were able to relate to that, which we could all feel. However, an area to improve further to consider would be that because it was about passion and purpose, that link was not very clear to us. So I think it's important that you not get carried away with what you're comfortable to speak, but also focus on connecting the message you have to share with the exact topic, which is a key aspect required in table topics, in my humble opinion. Finally, Toastmaster Bhagya Lakshmi, how would you reflect on someone who had no purpose? I personally don't like that topic. I'm sorry if I'm for saying that, because we all have gone through phases of not having a purpose. And I don't think, because Toastmasters, we are non-judgmental, even judges only judge during a contest time. I don't think we need to separate people as those who have purpose and not. And I honestly, when I heard that topic, I was like, that's a tough one. But you handled it brilliantly, Toastmaster Bhagya Lakshmi. You clearly said that you empathize with such people, and which is good for the audience. And you made it personal to you, where you said how you have been through similar phases. And you mainly spoke about it with a lot of tone of empathy. It's a very tough topic. It's a very socially, I would say, challenging topic to speak on. And where you said, I would not go to reflect on them because I myself have been in that. So you put yourself into the shoes and you handled that difficult topic brilliantly. Well done on that. What I would like to see is in terms of your projection during a speech, because it's an online meeting, I believe we kind of saw your head only. Whereas if we saw a better picture, then I think the whole image would have been more complete, where we heard your wise words, but we would get a much more detailed picture, a view of you, and that would make your expressions, hand gestures more clear as well. So all in all, fantastic Toastmasters table topic session. Thank you for making me a part of this meeting. Back to you, our general evaluator and our district champion.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Tharindu Ameresekere, for that very constructive and encouraging feedback on our 8 table topic speakers tonight. So with that, let's move to the report of our listener, Toastmaster Atul. It's stage is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator. The topics which were discussed and were really very wonderful to hear. I drafted 6 questions, and I would like to check whether you have picked those points or not. So my first question is, why Prabha was upset even after admiring the toilet she visited?
Idols were kept in the bathrooms, 3 idols, that's why.
Yeah, that's right. Right. Second question, after how many years Michael Joshua realized he has to find his passion?
8 years?
No.
9 years?
9 years, that's right. That's really great. According to Galal Jaki, I'm sorry for wrong pronunciation, Mr. Galal Jaki, who guided him to choose an enriching vocation?
His wife?
His wife?
Yeah. But at that time, whether she was his wife or not, you don't know. It's not very clear in that.
Friend.
Yes. How many people used word of the day in the meeting?
4.
4 members, right. That's correct. Last, who was disqualified in the table topic master? Why?
Shravan
Kumar.
Shravan is correct.
Time. Overtime.
What overtime?
2 minutes and 40.
41. Winning the time.
That's right. And this comes to an end. And I really feel that everyone was really wonderful and had a lot of focus on listening the presenters. Thank you very much. And over to the general evaluator.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Atul, for that listener's report and the questions that you posted us with. And now it's time for the overall evaluation or the general evaluation of today's meeting. I mean, at the outset, I should mention that I was personally thoroughly impressed by the quality of today's meeting. And I'm sure this is the standard that you all maintain right throughout your meetings. Starting off with the preparation, the amount of effort that was put in, to create a WhatsApp group, at the role players, at the intros, to sharing the agendas on time. I mean, the attention to detail that was, displayed was absolutely fantastic. So kudos for all the, the role players, to the executive committee, to president, to VP, to everyone who put this thing together. Wonderful preparation. The meeting started right on time at 7:30 p.m. I like the way how the Sergeant at Arms began the meeting, reading out the mission statement. I think I heard the mission statement after a long time, because most clubs that I attend to miss out on that. So a fantastic beginning. And for also sharing the protocols to be followed during the meeting, and also reminding us on the sensitive topics that we might have to be careful on while speaking. Next up was the presiding officer. I think, again, a great start that we had through him. Welcomed all of us to the meeting, shared the announcements and the acknowledgements, gave time to all the guests to introduce themselves, and also shared the club news. I think that was a great start that we had to the meeting. And then moving on to the Toastmaster of the day, there was a lot of positive energy, a lovely vibe that she had right throughout the meeting, engaged with the audience as much as possible during the meeting, introduced the theme, and she informed us about the theme with a couple of slides. And I also love the fact that she had the introductions ready and she led the applause wherever applicable. So fantastic job done by the TMOD. Can we give her a big round of applause for the wonderful host that we had today? Great. The tag team and of course the listener, I love the detailed introduction to your roles that you had at the beginning of the meeting, and also the very comprehensive reports that you all shared during the latter part of the meeting. The detailed Excels, all the charts. I think that's a lot of work that you all have put in during the meeting. Very well done. Table topics master, a lovely introduction to the segment. And also I love the topics which were very relevant to today's theme. So wonderful choice of topics. Table topic speakers, I think there were an abundance of volunteers for the table topic segment. That was so refreshing to see, because in most meetings, people kind of hesitate before they get on stage. But here it was very different with a lot of volunteers. And all of you, I think, as mentioned by the table topics evaluator, addressed the topics. The wonderful stuff. Evaluators, both in the prepared speeches as well as the table topics, followed the recommended CRC approach, which was again wonderful. I only have a few points that I noted that we could have done a bit better. There were a couple of technical glitches at the very beginning. I think the Sergeant at Arms, as well as the Toastmaster of the day, had to unfortunately drop off due to technical glitches. I'm not a technical expert to say this should have been done, but probably you could have tested out mics and audio or video beforehand, just to avoid those glitches. Background picture, most of us use the recommended background picture, apart from a few of us. So probably if all of us had used the same recommended background picture, it would have been more uniform. But that's just a minor recommendation. I think the agenda was followed for the most part of today's meeting, apart from probably during the table topic segment, we kind of you know, deviated a bit from the timelines. So probably the table topic segment could have been trimmed so that we followed the agenda that was shared with us. So those were the minor recommendations that I noted. But in summary, just love the quality of the meeting, the preparation, the organization, the amount of effort that each and every one of you had put in throughout the meeting. And I personally was privileged enough to be here today and I enjoyed tonight's meeting. So with that, I hand over controls back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for that inspirational evaluation. You also followed the CRC method. Don't worry. General Evaluators are doing comment just in time, but you gave us evaluation and recommendations and again commendation. Thank you very much. With this, I would like to invite our Zoom moderator. Please launch the polls for other roles. And meanwhile, I am sharing these Ikigai rules. How to practice Ikigai. There are 10 rules. I will just explain you. We can smile and we can network with people like Toastmasters and we can pay attention to our health and so and so. You can see this image I have shared in chat and practice Ikigai as you can. You can practice in part-time also. I have heard recently. No need to give full-time. You can start it step by step also. With this, I would like to invite our presiding officer, DTM Sourav Dutta, to conclude the meeting. Over to you, DTM Sourav.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sudharma. And I see that the polls are going on, so I will quickly take this opportunity to take a few feedbacks. I know we are over time, but since we're anyways waiting for the results, why don't we quickly take a few feedback from some of the guests? Bhagya Lakshmi, you're still here, so I would love to hear your feedback first.
It has been fantastic. I come back again and again because I feel it is great to be part of this group, right? Samita Kar, I have become a fan of yours. Yeah, I have listened to at least 2 of your speeches and I'm a fan of yours. I have written down some notes. I'm sorry, I'm reading from it. Nancy, your fantastic evaluation. I have seen you evaluate and you always are encouraging. When you're giving your feedbacks, be it positive or you're giving them areas of improvement, you do a brilliant job. You are so encouraging. The speaker wants to take your feedback and come back and implement it. That is how your feedbacks are. And today, Aparna, I felt you had a poetic way of giving your feedback. It was fantastic. It was rhyming. I really liked it. And sort of your stories. I have heard you give a few stories, and I have liked it. It's so personal always, right? So it's brilliant. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Bhagya Lakshmi, and I'm sure all of us are smiling, some on the camera, some behind the camera, but you clearly know how to make us all feel so much more important and better and empowered. True Toastmaster in every sense. Thank you. By the way, I'm also a fan of Samita's speeches and Nancy's evaluations and Aparna's evaluations. So that makes the two of us. Okay, we'll move on to another guest. We have Sudarshan. Sudarshan, any quick feedback from your side, please?
Today's session was so good, and I'm
Yeah,
hello.
you there? I think there's a network issue. Listen, if you don't mind, I would love to read your comments on chat if it is possible for you. Please put it in chat. We have another very special gentleman in our meeting as a guest. I met him quite some time back. So he teaches English to Americans in an Egypt. You are in an Egyptian university, if I'm not wrong. You are on mute, sir.
Sorry, you're talking about my favorite subject, me?
Yes, absolutely. Talking about you. So you teach English to Americans in an Egyptian university. Is that correct?
No, no, no. Thank you for. I actually came in late to the session. It's incredible. I know. After getting kicked out of 2 universities, my girlfriend or my wife got me to a 3rd university, and then I went to teach in America at the university, and they don't know English in America because they have multiple choice questions and true and false, so they never write essays. And I went to the English school here during the time of the British, when they used to give us a beating with a gym shoe on our behinds if we spoke in Arabic outside the Arabic class. So to give you an example of the essay in America, a tall boy wrote, he said, I've never done any fishing in my life, but of all the fish that I've caught, I like the northern pike. I told him, you say you never did any fishing in your life, but of all the fish you caught, he says, oh yeah, yeah. So thank you. I love this session because I'm 4 years old with Cairo Toastmasters, and I've joined many clubs. I've never seen a table topic evaluation of each person, and it was a great learning experience for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. And I remember Toastmaster Galal Zaki for a very important reason, and I want to say this before I announce the results. I was giving a speech, and he was the grammarian in one of the Toastmaster meeting. I'm sure he doesn't remember me, but I do remember something that he taught me that day, and I still did. I remember that. So he appreciated me for using words that are not arrogant. And then the first time I understood that, okay, language can also be arrogant. And then he went on to explain that how using simple words is important for us to communicate, because when we use words which we know others don't understand or will need a dictionary to, even understand what we are saying, then that's actually not communication. That is miscommunication, and that's arrogance. I am such a big fan of yours, sir, because from that day onwards, I have started developing this habit of using simple words. So previously, I would search for difficult words as synonyms. I've stopped that to appear as more learned. So your evaluation that day as a grammarian was an eye opener, and I'm sure you did not remember this, but then I think that's the signs of a great teacher. Thank you so much, sir. And with this, I would announce the results for today's polls. And the best evaluator for today is Toastmaster Aparna Raja. Congratulations, Toastmaster Aparna Raja. Yet again, you rocked it, you nailed it, and most importantly, you elevated the speaker. Thank you so much. The favorite auxiliary role taker goes to a new Toastmaster, relatively new Toastmaster, who's also a master's in psychology. Anyone? Who was that? If you have listened to the introductions, you would know who I am talking about. An MA in psychology. Yes, Toastmaster Atul Srivastava, and he was testing just that, whether you are listening properly. So congratulations, Toastmaster Atul Chandra Srivastava, for being the best TAGL role player as the listener. Moving on, the best role player for today's meeting is a district champion from Sri Lanka, our general evaluator, Toastmaster Ravi Uduwela. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ravi. I guess we are seeing you back again on Thursday, right? At the Gabbys meetings, at another meeting. Right, great. So we are very lucky this week. We are having a lot of district champions from Sri Lanka joining us, and all credit goes to our very own VP, Toastmaster Sudharma. And a smile says it all. Thank you so much, Sudharma, for bringing in such great speakers from across the border. Thank you so much. And finally, the best table topic speaker is yours truly. Thank you so much for your generosity and appreciation. Thank you. With this, I would adjourn this meeting number 49 of the Gabbys Online Toastmasters Club. See you again on Thursday for the speech marathon hosted by the Gabbys International Toastmasters Club, 7 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Bye-bye. The meeting is adjourned.
Bye. Good night.
Bye, everyone.